Today's video is going to be response to comments left under another video about a supposed UFO sighting in Las Vegas. Number one, I'm just going to get to the point. It wasn't a UFO. Whether the person's being honest or not is not relevant. It wasn't a UFO because the evidence presented of it being a close encounter of a certain kind where there's evidence left behind is evidence from the year 2022, April. It's exactly the same thing. No relevance after this, but let's discuss why it seems to appear and disappear even in 2022. So here's early April 2022 at the exact coordinates for that circle. Now I want to point out that the media went out of their way not to let us look this up. I'm very sure a reporter looked it up on Google Earth immediately and found that that circle that was claimed to be evidence had been there since April of 2022, and here it is. Now, I left the pin there mostly because I want to show you how much variation you get. I should have removed it, but here we are. Here's the one circle in here. Then there's a kind of an oval drawn over it. And then there's an outer circle, and it's kind of blurry. And the sun's angle, as indicated by apparently a light pole in the back area. It's not really their backyard. It's actually a back lot next to this building. Will be used as a reference point for size and distance. Now, we're going to go forward to one notch. And we see it's really hard to see it. And we can also see that we're not getting the same shadow effect. Now, I don't know why. I don't care. But you get the idea. Okay, so it goes from that being much clearer to this being almost impossible. It's a light angle. Or maybe the day just wasn't bright enough. Bas relief images on a wall where they've carved stuff into a wall get harder to see, or they look weird at different angles depending on the lighting. Anyway, let's go forward, and now we can see some change, and it seems to be moving, but again, we're dealing with light, shadow, etc. You get the idea, right? Okay, let's go to May. Now, it's really hard to see, but it's the same location. You look at it really close, we've got a circle and an oval around it. Let's go a little further. June, it's messed up because this is the best they could knit the images together on Google, which is crap. We go forward here. And now we see, looks like June 2022, back to the same pattern. Now I'm going to go really quickly to the first one. It's the same pattern. There is some fill-in, maybe there's dust, or is it just the light angle? Now, if you're wondering why we're getting a light angle for a shadow and the pole, I'm going to explain that real quick. You notice that from this picture, we can see this side of the building, but not the others. Then we go forward, we can see just the top. That's because a plane flew over it, and what you're seeing is, because of the angle the image was taken from, we're seeing part of the building here because we're also seeing the pole at an angle. This is not straight up and down. That's something you got to learn because these are photos taken with an airplane. You're going to get that. This is at a much more extreme angle than this one. So the, quote, shadow of that pole, or more accurately, the angle it's being seen at is much more extreme. And again, Google Maps is going to try to unstretch and unscrew this. This caused people to believe that there was a hole in a mountain range, or a mountain, excuse me, in the Himalayan mountains at one point, because it created a black shadow and made it look like there was a hole instead of it just being a shadow. Anyway, the sun angle needs to be just right to be seen even from the air. Many features are clear only from the air and not from the ground, and vice versa. So, yeah. Then when people point out, well, it didn't appear anymore. Yeah, actually it did. You just have to really look at the image really close. It's really hard to see because the light angle's wrong, or it's not a bright day, or whatever. So, no, it's been there the entire time, and yeah, it could be filled in with dust every once in a while, but that means exclusively that the UFO circle in Las Vegas had been there for a year before the UFO sighting was claimed. It's not evidence of a UFO and it should be ignored, number one. Number two, people have decided that every single pixel in a low-resolution image recorded as shitty as possible has to be taken seriously. You may have noticed I went out of my way to make this almost as annoying as a selfie video. You notice how I'm not taking advantage of the full resolution? Yeah. Until people stop doing portrait mode and start doing landscape mode for literally every goddamn thing they do, I have the right to say you filmed it badly. Not that they did it on purpose, but they filmed it badly. So anyway, that crop circle-like formation was caused by cars, probably, cars trying to park long trailers that were in that back lot area, and it's not someone's backyard. And I do not believe that this was an example of a close encounter of any kind, because the evidence presented as physical evidence has been there since before this happened, and it's bupkis. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that, and bye.